your garage hums with the mechanical roar of a turbine. While your neighborhood is draped in a shroud of total darkness, your windows are glowing with the intensity of a midsummer sun. You have enough lithium and lead to jumpstart a metropolitan area, all of it sitting behind a pane of glass you forgot to tint. Up on your roof, that massive radio mast is a neon sign telling every desperate soul for miles that you have electricity. A way to talk to the world and a full pantry. You've hit the jackpot where being the winner makes you the victim. Welcome to Victor's Logic, where being prepared is the fastest way out. You're about to discover why the 3 pillars are actually liabilities. While your high-end gear turned your home into a lighthouse, the quiet neighbor 3 doors down looks like he has nothing. He is the one who will actually see the next season. Let's start with the mechanical dinner bell, the generator. There is no louder way to announce your status than being the only house with a steady heartbeat when the power grid has been flatlined. That high-end motor you're so proud of is actually a 70 decibel broadcast informing the entire zip code of your inventory. You think you're buying peace of mind, but what you've actually purchased is a siren that yells, "I have a plan." And in a crisis, a plan implies a stash. On the first night, your neighbors are comforted by the sound, because it feels like a remnant of the old world. By night 3, they start wondering why you're special. By night 5, their resentment boils as they shiver while you stay warm. By the end of the week, that engine isn't a luxury anymore. It's a tracking beacon. Most owners think they'll just stand watch. But the one thing Victor's Logic emphasizes is that you eventually sleep. You can't be a sentry 24/7. And the second that motor cuts out for a refill or a rest, everyone in the shadows knows you're defenseless. Then there's the fuel trap. Keeping enough gasoline to run a household for a month turns your property into a volatile powder keg and a gold mine. Those rows of fuel cans in your shed, your neighbors watched you fill them at the station before the pumps. In a world without infrastructure, gas is the only currency that matters, and you've advertised that you're the local central bank. You aren't just showing off a light bulb, you're showing off wealth, the liquid wealth that keeps it burning. The second fatal mistake is the prepper flex, the visible stockpile. You've got those immaculate racks of sealed buckets and crates, survival rations stacked to the rafters in your garage. Maybe you bragged about your inventory in a digital forum, or you left the bay door open while rotating stock. Every person who has ever walked past your house has a photograph. The mailman, the delivery driver, the guy mowing his lawn. You see an organized life, they see a supermarket with no locks. Fear of starvation ruins a person's morality faster than actual hunger. Knowing you have 6 months of calories while their children suffer, this doesn't build community, it builds a heist. Those buckets. Labeled grain might as well be labeled "take my life." Most people will rewrite their ethics in an afternoon. This is the psychological toll of being the have. Once the neighborhood knows you're stocked, you cease to be a friend. Victor's Logic shows us the guy you shared a fence with. He is now doing the grim arithmetic of your pantry. His conscience will erode with every missed meal. Taking your supplies feels like an act of justice. Third on the list is your communication array, signaling that you are informed, connected, and extremely valuable to kidnap. That satellite dish or radio tower tells the world you have power, expensive tech, and most importantly, intelligence. When the internet dies, information is the ultimate commodity. You know where relief is coming from and which roads are blocked, which makes you a high-value asset that someone else will want to control. That radio isn't just a hobby, it's a symbol of every other resource. If you have the tech to talk, you have batteries. And solar, you've turned yourself into a tactical intelligence hub that someone will seize during a societal break. Knowing more than your neighbor feels like an advantage. Nothing breeds violence faster than perceived inequality. Your license to operate that radio gave everyone a reason to target you. The common thread here is visibility. All 3 items are impossible to mask. A generator needs air food, takes up space, and antennas need height. They aren't just tools, they are billboards for your entire survival strategy. The math of Victor's Logic is simple. Every visible prep suggests hidden ones. If they see a generator, they assume you have medicine and protection. You become the ultimate prize on the map. These 3 things will get you killed because they solve primary agonies: hunger, darkness, and Isolation. You aren't just showing off a nice car, you are showing the cure to their suffering. It's a timeline of disaster. The generator owners get targeted in the first week, the food hoarders get hit. In the second or third week, once the easy pickings are gone, radio operators are tracked and harvested, information becomes the only thing left to trade. You've created a schedule for your departure. Based on what you show, the things you need to live are the things that invite your end. You need power and food, but using them is a death sentence. What is the actual solution? It's the art of the invisible. It's water tablets in a drawer rather than massive tanks in the yard. It's the discreet solar film instead of the roaring engine. It's deep knowledge in your head instead of heavy gear. The winner looks like they have nothing while having everything they need. Don't be the gray man, be the invisible one. You survive by appearing just as desperate as everyone else, while your true strength remains hidden in the shadows.